Yo, what's up, Xin Chao? So we have some good news update potentially coming here. I look a little red-faced because I just got done running outside and it's 97 degrees again and humid. So I still haven't cooled down all the way, but the news just came out, so I wanted to get it out there before someone else did or before you might read about it. So I like to be the breaking news guy on some things. So let's just get right into it. Vietnam could welcome vaccinated foreign tourists starting July, experts say. Wow. So I'm pretty shocked by that news. I thought the timeline would be much later. Granted, this is being pushed by the tourist companies because they've lost like 95% of their business, so they want to get things back rolling again. But let me break down the article, read the article, then we'll break it down, and then I'll give you my thoughts, and then we'll go from there. I hope you find this video useful. If you do, I would appreciate it. It helps the algorithm so much if you just smash the like button. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let's get to the article. Nguyen Hue Tho, chairman of Vietnam Tourism Association, said Vietnam has been one of the most successful countries in containing COVID-19 outbreaks. Oh, I have Reporter Bear here too. He's here. Don't worry. Creating favorable conditions for the tourism industry to open up to international markets since the beginning of the third quarter. He cited Thailand, which plans to open its doors to foreign tourists from July 1st, and Singapore, which is already to receive foreigners already vaccinated against the coronavirus. Vietnam should prepare to receive international visitors from July to help the heavily hit tourism industry recover, as 95% of inbound travel firms have suspended operation. Thu told a meeting Wednesday. To expand on that even more, there's so many businesses impacted from no tourism. Ben Thon Market, everything around Ben Thon Market. I could go on and on. I shot a economic impact video, 6 months ago. If you want to see it, it's a pretty popular video. You can go back there and look. Maybe I'll link it if I remember. Vietnam should prepare from July. Promoting domestic tourism could bring in revenue but cannot save the tourism industry. So their original roadmap was to really push domestic tourism, which it did do all right, but it's not going to have a complete recovery because you got to realize, foreign tourists spend way more money than domestic tourists than Vietnamese do. Vietnamese will stay in cheaper accommodations. They won't spend as much money on food. Not all. I'm not trying to generalize in any way. I'm just speaking from experience with my soon-to-be wife. All right. Opening the international market is the only solution, he added. Nguyen Thai Khan, chairwoman of Ho Chi Minh City Tourism Association, said it is necessary to prepare a set of criteria for picking up foreign passengers as soon as possible, as many countries do not require isolation of vaccinated tourists or those carrying COVID-19 negative certificates. So just to quickly talk about that, I think even though you're not going to test positive after you take the vaccine, that's not an after effect from it, so it would really make not too much sense to quarantine someone. I think Vietnam will still go for like a 1 to 3 or 4 day quarantine and want to run a few tests on their own. Now you can still test positive after you've taken the virus, after you take the vaccine, you can still test positive for the virus if you were already infected with the virus before you took the vaccine. So there's some caveats to that, of course, but I wouldn't be surprised if Vietnam still wants some kind of just testing on their own besides like a rapid testing, and to make sure. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I'm not a professional in this stuff. This is just what my speculation is by the way that they've done everything in the past. So who knows? Maybe if you're got your vaccination, you got a vaccine visa, passport, you're good to go. Time will tell. The industry should aim at international markets that have responded effectively to the pandemic. Okay, that means that only countries that have done well with the pandemic, which they've listed as like, Japan, Korea, stuff like that. So I think their initial plan is going to be kind of like their first plan was with international travel to these places for expert visas. Maybe kind of the same situation. What we'll see as time tells. Vu Thi Binh, VTA deputy chairman, said opening of international markets could meet with difficulties and public opposition for fears of causing further COVID-19 outbreaks. However, been affirmed Vietnam should avoid lagging behind other economies that recognize vaccine passports, proving a bearer's COVID-19 vaccination status. Vietnam has been struggling with its latest COVID-19 outbreak that began on January 28th after a 55-day clean streak with 879 community transmissions recorded. So far, the outbreak situation in the country is basically under control and many localities resuming non-essential services. While the production of domestic vaccines is underway, the government has sped up foreign procurement to inoculate prioritized groups. Vietnam recorded a 79% decline year on year in the number of foreign visitors in 2020, so 80% decline in foreign visitors in 2020 due to travel restrictions amid the pandemics. As the country received 3.83 million foreign tourists against a record 18 million only 3.83 million last year to the year before 18 million in 2019, according to official data. The government has closed national borders and canceled all international flights since March 25th, with only Vietnamese repatriates, foreign experts, and highly skilled workers allowed in with stringent conditions. The government recently green-lighted the resumption of commercial flights to 7 Asian destinations: mainland China, Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, Laos, Cambodia, and Thailand. But Vietnamese carriers are still not allowed to operate inbound flights. So, in my opinion, those last countries I just listed are going to be the first ones to get the tourism okay. Will it happen in July? I don't know. I think that's very speculative. However, this is great news that they're actually talking about this now. This is the first time they've talked about it. I've seen something like this in some other news articles from not as reputable places, so I didn't do a video on it. I wanted to wait until one of the two news places I use that are super reputable, and one of them posted it literally while I was on my run. So the first thing I did was come back after my run, take a shower, fire up the camera, get this video recorded, and upload it right now immediately. This should be a sign to get excited. Maybe you will be able to come here by the end of the year if you've got your vaccine. It sounds like America is doing a pretty good job on getting people vaccinated, which I know is my main fan base. So who knows what it's going to bring. Like I was talking about with the vaccine, though, I think I kind of know how Vietnam works. They're going to still want like some kind of like small quarantine, I think. Even though that doesn't make too much sense. And no, I'm not an expert in vaccines and quarantines and all these things, but Vietnam doesn't always necessarily go by science, you know what I'm saying? So time will tell. I will keep you updated on this topic, as I know a lot of you guys that watch are just wanting to come here to travel and take a vacation. You're not necessarily wanting to move here. Now, if you're wanting to move here, there's so many options to come move here right now available. It's not impossible at all. So you just have to have the money to spend to do it. There's many different routes to go through to get here. Expert visa, you could have a company you've created here, lots of different ways. So yeah, I think it's really good news. I think it's awesome that they're talking about it. My guess is they're going to go with that same Asia bubble they did for the expert visa thing, for the tourist thing as well. So maybe potentially, I'm on the vaccine list. I'll pay for it, whatever. I'll take it, whatever one they offer me, except I won't take the Sputnik and I won't take the China one. I won't take either of those. I don't care what the statistics are on it. I just don't trust it. So, I mean, you can go ahead and take whatever one you want. That's just me personally. I would never take a vaccine made by the Chinese government, seeing they're the people that kind of spread this thing around and didn't really contain it quickly enough and deceived a lot of people. So that's for another video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the update. We'll see you on the next one.